Alright, and welcome back to Decay or Defiance, our co-op campaign with our players, Sean.
What up? Pretty much just going to be, in the very beginning at least, just going around the general area where we're holding it up to see what can either be improved or what can be killed. Very sociopathic, I suppose. I don't know.
Okay.
Mason, that's your cue.
Myself.
Sean, you were also supposed to say who
Well,
you were.
you're also.
Oh,
That's what I was
I thought
waiting.
it
I was
was
waiting on Sean
implied.
to introduce himself.
I thought it was implied.
That's how I got to stay quiet.
I'm still playing Dexter. I'm still playing Dexter Longbar. My bad. I thought it was implied. My fault.
That's- yeah. So I'm Mason. I'm playing a shy boxer boy that loves movies, but like Sean said, we're just kind of getting our camp set up. We're big chilling. I think we're kind of a little hyped that we got away with getting some good loot. Things are kind of looking good for us.
I like how you both got through your intros without saying your character names. Very cool, guys.
I literally
You
said my
did
dude was
not.
Clayton. Yes, I did. I swear I did. I literally said, yeah, I'm playing as my boy Clayton. Run it back. Run the recording back. Or run it back. You'll hear it.
No, I'm
I
not
swear.
redoing this shit. Let's just go. You know who
No,
we
I'm
are.
saying Austin will hear it in editing.
Your
Oh,
mic was also
He'll
cut
hear it in
out
editing.
whenever you were
I
starting.
said I was Clayton.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then, yeah, it probably cut out, but I definitely said I was
A
Clayton. I
likely
swear.
story.
That's what they all say. Yeah, I promise.
Okay, so Dexter's just sort of surveying the area, and Clayton is just kind of enjoying the loot.
Yeah, for the most part, what I'm doing is obviously we
I
have the
would say-
main part where we're camped up. I'm like not close to that area. Like, the path that we took to get back. I'm kind of just like backtracking everything and seeing if anything like followed us up or what's going on.
Sure. Be a situation roll.
Fucking hate these. Oh,
I
what is it? R/1D20.
You
What the fuck
got
is
the
the roll
space.
thing?
You gotta do space.
Mm.
Oh, dude,
Also
I'm
slash
glad it's not
first.
just me.
I like how every session before this
Okay.
you've always tested this,
There
and
we
this
go.
time you just went for it.
Yeah.
Shoot, I haven't even
yeah.
tested mine, so it's fine.
A 16. Yeah, so you're about
16.
halfway up the trail, and yeah, you see that it's pretty clear. It doesn't seem like anything's really followed you, whether it be human or zombie. It seems like the trail is pretty clear.
Okay. Then what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go see if there's anything that I can hunt for, or if there's any extra like firewood I can bring up. So I don't want to utilize all the stuff right around my camp. So
Right, so you begin foraging through the forest, and back at the camp, Clayton, if you want to be a bit more in depth with your current action.
Yeah, I got you. So basically, I'm taking all the loot that we got. Trying to keep like a list of what we've gotten. I'm probably writing it down, seeing what we can do.
Okay, so just like
seeing as Dexter
organization.
kind of trained him up. Yeah, and seeing as Dexter kind of, was training him a little bit, when we first got here to camp. I'm gonna try and take some of the knowledge that I kind of grasped from that, and seeing if there's anything with the stuff that we got at the moment. See if I can put use.
Okay,
into it.
give me a medicine roll.
A medicine roll. I got you. With my great intelligence.
I was gonna do wisdom, but we'll do medicine. Yeah, so you are not able to discern what most of the medicine is that you guys got from the supply crate, other than the extreme basics.
I got you.
God, you have me. Fuck.
But you organize it to the best of your ability, which is basically just separating it by what it says on the label. So you
Was
don't
there like any
organize it
food
by,
or
like-
anything?
Yeah, there were some basic foodstuffs.
Okay, so we're basically sorting it like, hey, this is food, this is probably medicine, this is
Yeah,
kinda
basically
situation.
what I'm saying is like you can't discern like what is this medical
You're just
stuff
turning it to
for?
the best
Is this,
of your ability.
yeah.
like, is this a painkiller? Is this sedative? Is this
I got you.
like, you can't really determine that kind of stuff, so you're just kind of separating each sort of thing on its own.
I got you.
And then obviously the food, you can tell food.
This looks alright.
I don't know. Can you discern food?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, then we'll say you can. Yeah, and so you're just kind of doing that. Dexter is out in the woods, and continuing off of your 16, you do spot some deer.
Okay. Define how many am I seeing?
Like 2 or 3.
Okay, size of them. Is this gonna play a factor
appear
into
adult.
what I do? Okay. You know what? I will go ahead and take a shot with my bow.
Okay, sure. Give me a dex roll.
I fucking miss. Lovely.
Yeah, you missed, and they run off.
All right. Well, I'll just go pick up the arrow.
Yeah, you retrieve the arrow, and you continue looking around.
Sure do.
And then you begin hearing voices out in the distance. Because you've made your way a decent way down the trail, sort of following it, sort of foraging the region. And you're now out close-ish to the road, not quite there, but you're sort of close to where you guys abandoned the pickup truck, as you weren't able to actually get it off the road out to where you guys were. And you hear people coming from that direction. You're not really... Actually, give me a perception roll.
24.
Yeah,
Hey,
so...
yo.
Would have been nice the last fucking roll, but whatever.
So yeah, with you, everything seems to go silent as you sort of really focus in on this, and you then are able to discern that you can hear a man and a woman over by the truck. You can't tell what they're saying, but because they are still pretty far off, but you can tell that there's only 2 of them.
Okay, are they talking to each other, or what are they doing?
That appears to be the case. You can
I'm
also
not
tell
able
that
to
based on
decipher, like, the tone or like body language, if it's like an argument or
you
if
can't
it's
see
just-
them.
Okay.
You're just hearing them from in the distance. So you're sort of
they
like
sound?
being quiet and like really listening to the distance. And so
Do they sound like they're pissed off?
No, they sound
Okay.
not happy or anything, more melancholic.
Okay.
Almost defeated. Not
Okay.
angry, not sad, like kind of sad-ish, but not sad like hopeless, sad like defeated.
Okay, so more just kind of like bummed out.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I able to make out? I already am making out kind of how
can make
far
out.
out they are. Funny guy.
You can tell
Funny
that
guy.
you can tell that they're probably over close-ish to the truck.
Well then I'll just go in stealth and kind of sneak up and see what else I can decipher.
Okay, do you radio or give any kind of signal off to Clayton? Because we'll say that
Not yet.
you guys got radios from the supply crate, since it had basic sort of supplies.
Not yet, because if it ends up just being nothing, there's no point in alarming it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you get out there, and from the distance, you're still pretty far away, but you can see 2 people that seem to be sorting through what's left in the truck, which you guys got almost everything, but you guys couldn't get everything that night due to just being exhausted, and after everything that had happened. You guys did have to leave some of it behind to go back to camp to rest.
Mm-hmm.
And so some of it is still left, and it seems like they're picking through what the little bit that's left.
Okay. And then We're just kind of scavenging through that. Then yeah, I'll just radio Clayton and let him know kind of what's going on. That they're down by the truck that we left, going through a couple of things. They don't seem hostile or anything. And then once I do that, I'll kind of make myself known and just kind of be like, "Yo, like, do you guys find what you're looking for, or what are you guys looking for?"
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so we'll-
ask before you do that. I'm gonna see if he needs me on my way there. I'm gonna see if that's a full thing.
Up to you if you want to. I mean, they don't seem like they're angry right now. You can head down if you want.
I
but
want to
if
see
you're-
how this kind of like would play out. Like, is it a situation of, hey, like, there are people here, they don't seem like a threat, or
Well, they don't seem like a
Hey,
threat or anything. I
probably
just see
should
them
get here.
going through our stuff. It's if you want to come down, you can, but you don't need to if you're in the middle. Of doing
I think I'm gonna
something.
start headed that way. I'm not really gonna be in a crazy rush. I'm gonna
Okay.
be like a kind of faster motion, but I am gonna head that way.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so Dexter, you begin heading up. Give me, or you said you're not sneaking up. You're making yourself known, correct?
Well, now I am. I mean, I already snuck up to see what they were doing. I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, you guys finding what you're looking for, or what's going on?" So no, I'm not sneaking up.
I'm moving you guys to the page.
Oh.
He's like,
So yeah, you sort of break the tree line, and you see them, and you ask them if they can find what they're looking for, and immediately, the woman turns around with a handgun drawn, not directly at you, but sort of just kind of like poised where she could, get pointed out towards you.
Mhm.
So not openly hostile, but just kind of defensive. And the man is likewise has a gun in his hand, a handgun, but he's not even pointing it up. He just kind of has it like in his hand at his side while he's kind of just like looking off
Yeah.
into your direction now.
Mhm.
And-
Okay. that's it.
yeah, and the woman says, well, there's not much left. I guess that this truck would be yours, huh?
Not sort of, kinda. I mean, I am the reason why it's left there. I did drive it there, but I wouldn't say that it's mine. I kind of commandeered it not too long ago and was coming back to take a look at things on it. But I see you guys made yourself at home with it, so.
Okay, and you see, then she points to a small marking that is on the sort of like right around here on the truck, on the back fender.
Mhm.
And she says, commandeered it from them.
Yeah, those would be the guys, I'm assuming, if that was their logo. Sure, I just kind of took it because I needed it, so.
Okay, you see, as soon as you say that, they both not holster she was the only one that had it kind of out.
Yeah.
She doesn't holster, but she definitely sort of chills out and
Mhm.
sort of breaks her defensive stance.
Alright.
And
So, like,
seems a lot more cordial now.
alright, I'm taking that you didn't have quite the relationship with those people. Like, doesn't seem like they were the friendly type.
And at this point, the man sort of chimes in and says, yeah, we were living out in a little shopping center, and these guys hit. And you can see that she sort of nudges him to just sort of stop talking, perhaps not overshare. Definitely seems like he's sort of loose-mouthed.
And so, oh, well, I didn't have a great run-in with him either. I mean, I was going towards the supply drop, and that's whenever I met our little friends here. I'm assuming it's just you guys that are all the way out here, a long way from the shopping center that you guys were probably at, I'd imagine.
And at this point, we'll say that Clayton has finally moseyed his way over.
Okay.
And so, yeah, at some point, Mason, if you want to hop in, you are now able to, since you are here.
oh, I'm just gonna walk up.
And
Okay. I'll just say, don't mind him. He's with me. We're just doing our best to survive like you guys. I imagine you guys are probably doing the same. What's your guys' names? I mean, my name's Dexter. I'll introduce myself first since I'm the one asking. What's your name? I'll just ask the chick and then the guy.
Okay, so she says that her name's Kara, and then she points to the guy and says his name's Caleb.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you guys. You have any place to go, or is it just you guys are kind of wandering around ever since you guys got dislodged from where you were at?
I'm Clayton.
Yeah, so the woman says, well, like my friend here said, we were holed up in a shopping center, but... And then she sort of pokes at the symbol on the back fender, says, but they commandeered it.
Yeah, like I said, it didn't seem like quite the friendly type, and as you guys just met, this is Clayton over here. Me and him held up not too far from here. I imagine you guys have been on the run for a while. If you guys want to, come back over with us and rest for a while if you need to. We'll gather up whatever's left here, and we can... You guys will still get whatever you pick up out of this. It's finders keepers, I understand that, but at least get you guys off the road so you're not sitting here in open territory, because I imagine if these people do see this truck, they'll probably see the symbol and be a little angry if they find you two sitting right here by it.
Give me persuasion at advantage. Because you have sort of calmed them, shown them that you have the same sort of enemies and all that.
I got a fucking
Wow,
4.
4. Yeah, so they still seem pretty hesitant.
Okay, well, I'll say, listen, I understand the hesitation, but if I wanted you guys dead or had any plans with you guys, I'd have shot you whenever I was looking at you guys through the brush of the trees. I wouldn't have waited right here to walk up and talk to you.
Roll.
Can I step in and say we got food, and roll persuasion?
It's up to you. You're talking. You're here too. Whatever you want to do. If you want to talk, and let them know.
I'll say you can both roll persuasion, but because you blew the first one, no advantage. Forgot that yours was a -5. Fucking
That's
hell.
I'm just like, we got food. You just imagine her being like, yeah, so do we.
Yeah, you know what's so tragic? The initial roll was only a difficulty of 6. Got a 4.
Oh my gosh.
We do, in fact, have food.
Yeah, so they seem a bit more receptive now, and they're willing to come out to your campsite.
All right. Well, this way.
Okay, and you guys arrive back at the camp.
It's not much, but it's something. It's worked for the first couple days so far. I mean, haven't had a whole lot of issues aside from the stray zombie or two.
And
We
the
did
woman's-
also just get here yesterday.
You've been here for 4 days, basically.
It's day 5.
That's what I said the other day. I
Oh,
forgot we got here. I forgot we got here the first day.
Give me a charisma roll.
Fuck! Okay. -5.
Yeah, so you look at
negative
them.
2.
So you look at them, and it looks very clear that you guys have been here for at least 2 or 3 days. You guys have been here for, this makes 4, but it's clear that you guys have been here for at least a little bit, because there is some sort of rubbish around, and it's clear that you guys didn't just set this up or anything. But you look at them and you tell them that yeah, you guys just got here yesterday.
I'm gonna say no, we didn't. We've been here for a few days. I don't know why he would say that. We've been here for 4 days. It's very clear we've been here for 4 days. Just ignore him, please.
Uh,
He's a
Sean,
boxer. He gets hit in the head a lot. His time it's not always there.
can you give me a D20 roll, please?
Oh my god.
So that was rolling for Kara's insight. And although she can tell that Clayton's lying, you clearing things up, she seems to think Clayton's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's about right.
But she seems somewhat still receptive to you guys.
Okay. So yeah. Clayton, don't fucking talk to her anymore.
See, I could have made the roll, Sean, but I think it's funnier if you did it, except you got a 5.
Yeah, because mine are always shitty for fucking D20s and situation rolls.
Well, it wasn't a situation roll, that was an insight check.
Whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, so... yeah, so... Now what do you guys do?
Do you want to? We got some food that we were able to get here. We were able to get everything from the supply drop, or most things. Obviously, you guys were able to get the rest that we left. But a couple snacks over there, and trying to do whatever we can hunting-wise to kind of live off the land as best we can. But help yourself to kind of whatever food you're trying to get. Just obviously don't eat too much because we still need it too. But make yourself comfortable a little bit. I can't imagine you've had much rest since you got kicked out of your not home, because none of this is home anymore, but you're home away from home, I guess I should say. But yeah, make yourself comfortable.
Right, and they both grabbed some food, just some small snack type stuff, nothing too crazy. Kara goes to sit over here on this fallen log, and Caleb seems to come over to sort of chat with you guys.
Cool.
And
What's
so,
up, Caleb?
and so Caleb, very, yeah, in sort of a happy way, is like, oh wow, so you guys just been out here camping, huh?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, it's best we can.
Give me a situation roll.
Mason, do it. I ain't fucking doing this one.
No, this has to be Dexter.
Oh.
You know what? Clayton
Fuck
Clayton
off.
can have one too.
Oh, okay. 7-Eleven. Oh yeah.
Okay, neither pass. So what the roll was for is if he recognized you. So if you would have gotten a 13 or higher, then he would have recognized you as either a survivalist YouTuber or a boxer. But he doesn't recognize either of you. And yeah, so he's starts talking to you guys about you guys living off the land. He said I used to hunt whenever I was younger, but kind of lost the time for it as I got older.
Yeah, I run a survival YouTube channel, but
No big
now
deal.
that what's happened hasn't necessarily gone away, I kind of obviously lean in more on just surviving and not necessarily filming all of it. Although the day one footage, it does go crazy. If it ever goes back to normal, maybe I'll post it, but who the hell knows?
He said, now wouldn't that be something, watching all this? And he looks at your
Yeah.
bow and he says, yeah, I bet you could take down any kind of deer with that. And then he looks at Clayton and says, yeah, and you look about strong enough to fight a bear.
How very flattering. Thanks.
Maybe 2.
Give me a charisma roll.
Even you just say that came off so fucking weird. Oh my god.
At disadvantage, so that was pretty weird.
That came
that's
off
great.
so fucking weird.
I love it.
You know what? I'm not even gonna make you do the disadvantage. You failed anyway. So yeah,
Sir.
you stumble through your words and you say, yeah, I bet I could take a 2.
He goes, yeah, maybe fucking not.
And the man seems to just sort of awkwardly laugh it off.
So anyway,
Yeah, and just sort of breaks eye contact and goes, yeah, maybe.
But what about you, Caleb? What'd you do before all this?
And he said, oh, I just worked at a gas station. Basic type
Oh, yeah?
stuff.
In town, I imagine, or
Yeah, edge town.
okay, there
I
you
didn't
go.
like going into the city much.
Yeah, well, I'd say that probably played into your favor with all this crazy shit that was going on. So you did good to steer clear of that.
I'm just
And
waiting for Clayton to
what
say
about
something
the
so I can
lady?
make him
Is
roll
she-
for it.
What about the
I,
lady?
I hear you. I hear you not talking.
Sam, what about Kara? Is she family, friend, wife? What's the deal with her? How did you guys meet up? Just randomly
Oh, it
through all the
just
chaos?
probably the same as you two, just random folks by circumstance.
Fair enough. She seems a little standoffish, but can't really blame her given everything you guys already went through in a week.
I think it's due to the hostile work environment.
Is that so? All right.
And
Fair
he
enough.
then describes to you a bit how she worked at a big sort of corporation as sort of a salary woman.
Okay. Like, is it one that I might know, or did she not give any of that information? Because I know she does seem pretty tight-lipped.
Give me a wisdom throw.
Wisdom throw. Got you. No idea.
Yeah, he talks about the company for a bit, but it is completely unfamiliar to you.
Never fucking heard of it. Fair enough, though. Good for her.
Clayton, do you add anything?
Fuck no. I almost looked at him and was like, "Yo, he killed a family of zombies."
Give me a performance roll.
A performance roll?
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I'm scared though. Let's see. -5. Oh, thank God.
Hey, yes, you get a critical. Yeah, so you sort of seem to break out of your sort of awkward stance. As you sort of catch him, as you sort of feign knowing what he's talking about. As you don't know anything about this company, but you sort of just make it up as you go. And you seem to describe to him, basically what he's talking about. And you seem to have broken through the sort of awkward sort of trance you were stuck in.
With meeting these new people. I got you.
Yeah, you've broken out of the awkward honeymoon phase that you normally have.
I got you. Oh.
Okay, so you guys sort of wrap up eating. It's nothing too crazy. You will now receive free time to do as you please.
All right. I'll probably just go talk to Ara to find anything out about her. She's just fucking sitting over there doing nothing. It wasn't a part of any conversation.
Yeah, and I will say, during free time, you can freely chat to people. Let me know if you're actually burning your free time doing, like, if you want to burn your time talking to her, you can have sort of like a sort of longer sort of actual like event sort of interaction with her. If you just want to chat with her, then that's for free. You guys can just go around chatting all you want.
Fuck it. I'll use the free time on that. Why not?
Okay, so you're going to use your free time to talk to Kara.
Yeah, we'll get some lore on Kara here.
Okay, Clayton?
I'll use my free time on Caleb.
Or will you now?
I don't like the way you worded that.
Yeah, this is. But
go ahead and give me a
I'm
roll
not-
for that.
I'm not gonna go up to him and ask like, hey, like, you know, like start a conversation. I'm gonna ask and see if he wants to go do something with me, like see if he's handy with anything. So basically, I'm just gonna be like, so, you know, anything useful that could, you know.
Okay.
kinda help out camp,
Since
you know?
Dexter has sort of handled the brunt of the conversation, we'll let Dexter's time go first. Or not Dexter, Clayton's time go first because Dexter's done most of the introductions.
All right.
Okay, so
Give
yeah,
me that.
you approach Caleb. What do you say?
I know you said you worked at a gas station, but you got anything that could kind of be useful for the camp? Maybe we can go hunting or something.
Useful how? I mean, I hunted when I was young.
I mean, well, I'm not the best with the bow, so honestly, that'd probably help out a lot more.
I never used a bow. I was hunting with a rifle.
Well, I guess it'd be a good learning experience for both of us.
All right, and so you're gonna go out and try to train on like hunting skills.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you head out and do that. We'll come back to
Whose
that.
fucking bow is he taking?
I guess he's not. Do you want to give any
What
kind of
bow
details?
are you
before-
taking? There's only the one that
I mean, he never
have.
said he was going
You
to
g- you-
use the bow.
Oh.
You sat there and you gave me the bow last time we left off.
Yeah, no,
So
but
I guess-
I had it.
Yeah, he had it back at the beginning of this one because he used it earlier. Whenever he went hunting.
Oh. Well, then I'm probably gonna come up to you and ask before we leave, like, is it okay if we use the bow to go hunting?
Okay, do
What?
you give
no,
the bow
you'll
to
shoot
him?
your eye out. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so you and Caleb go and start working on training with the bow. Okay, and Dexter, you approach Kara.
Yeah, sorry about my friend over there. I know he's a little bit like the awkward type, but I'm sure he'll grow on you eventually. Are you usually always the strong silent type, or are you just putting on a facade?
And she sort of, at first, can't really tell whether or not you're saying it at her expense as a joke or being serious. And then she just sort of runs with it.
I'm joking, obviously.
And so she goes with it and goes, well, I wouldn't say strong silent type would be my definition, just distant.
And why is that?
Well, our last group didn't make it, that's why we're out here.
Fair enough. Well, sorry if my social skills aren't, up to par. Living alone 4 days with another awkward boxer guy doesn't exactly, make for the best dialogue in between people. So forgive me if I'm a little bit, blunt whenever I speak. But I don't think it's a good idea to live and harp too much on what happened before, especially whenever we don't know what the hell tomorrow or today is going to hold, given all the shit that's going down. Obviously, I know that it probably nothing that you could do. I wouldn't beat yourself up too much about it.
Well, I don't blame myself for it. Wasn't anyone's fault in particular, at least not on our side.
Fair. So how'd you and Caleb meet?
Oh, that idiot. He just stumbled upon where we were. Pulled up as we were throwing up our last minute defenses.
Well, how convenient that both of you were the ones that ended up over here then. Besides, obviously, everything that's going on now, what'd you used to do before all this shit happened?
Oh, and then she relays essentially what Caleb said, but in a bit more detail. You still don't really get fully what she's talking about, but you understand that she worked at a business in an office, and it seemed like she was a very diligent worker.
How long were you working there?
And she basically talks about her basic past, about only being with the company a few years and kind of moving between different levels of the business.
Okay, so a lot of office work. Total opposite of what I do. I used to run this YouTube channel, though it all kind of seems pointless now, the way things are going, but who knows, maybe one day I'll be able to get back to my creative side and start posting stuff again, but who knows.
Right, and as that you guys begin talking about occupation and all that, we cut out to the forest, where we see Clayton out there with the bow, trying to show Caleb a thing or two about it. Go ahead and give me a dex roll for you hitting a practice target.
A 3. Damn.
Yeah, so you don't even hit anywhere close to it.
Yeah, Dexter tried to teach me a lot on this, but I guess I still need to kind of work some kinks out.
And he sort of looks at you and sort of like slaps you on the shoulder and goes, we all gotta start somewhere, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. You want to give it a try?
He says sure. As he takes the bow from you. Give me one moment. Yeah, and he hits the target at the very edge of it. He goes, well, I'm on the board at least.
Did better than me. Go ahead and give it another try. Let's see what we can get going.
And he seems to hit it on the same spot, but on the other side of it. So the first one he hit, like, bottom right, now he hit top left. But still the edge.
Dang, you're still getting on there. Let me try one more time.
Please roll a 1. Yeah, and so you hit, because you're shooting at, like, a little thing that you, like, posted up onto a tree. You hit right above the target on the tree.
So I hit the tree, basically.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
That is the implication, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start walking towards to get the arrows.
Sure.
Hopefully he's coming with me.
Yeah, he
just start having,
walks with you.
just having small talk.
Yeah, and so you walk over there and you guys grab the arrows. Give me a situation roll. 16. Okay, yeah. So you then see a deer approach as you guys sort of instinctively, sort of quietly duck. This is your chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, since I still have the bow in my hands, I'm just gonna be like, okay, let's see if luck's on my side at least, and I'm gonna try and shoot the deer.
Okay, go for it.
Oh my god!
I was gonna say you just missed, but I'm actually gonna make this better. You shoot and hit the deer, and it runs away with the arrow.
Okay, so we hit it.
You hit it, but it didn't look like that even really hurt it that much. It looked mostly just spooked and ran away.
Do I have the opportunity to track it since Dexter was kind of training up on survival stuff?
Make a survival roll. I was gonna make this a funny gag about how you lost an arrow, but I will allow you to try tracking it.
4 and 11.
You managed to track it for a while, but eventually you seem to lose sight of it.
Damn.
And so you and
I guess-
Kayla begin just heading back to your sort of training area, defeated.
Damn. Kicking me while I'm down. It's okay. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna keep practicing.
Give me a charisma roll.
5.
Yeah, and so
Every
as the deer gets out of there and you sort of completely lost the tracks, you go, God, kick me while I'm down. And Caleb just looks at you and goes, what? What did you say?
I meant kicking me while I'm down, because never mind. Let's just get back.
And yeah, you guys get back to the training area, and as you guys are walking back to your area where you were sort of practicing your shots, Back at the camp, Dexter and Kara are sort of still engaged in their conversation.
Like, listen, I imagine it can't be easy with everything that kind of happened, but if you are looking for somewhere a little bit more stable, granted, I know it's not a very grandiose place to stay, but who knows where we'll end up being. You guys are more than welcome to kind of settle down here with us, settle in, so that way you don't have to keep going place to place on your own. At least have a group to maybe get you a leg up on whatever kind of situations that you find yourself in. I know it's not much dealing with potentially 3 stooges if Caleb decides he wants to join as well, but it's probably better than being out there on your own.
Give me persuasion at advantage.
17.
God.
Yeah, and she looks at you and she says, maybe living out here wouldn't be too bad. It seems, well, safer than even a fortified area in the city, because I doubt anyone's going to come searching out here.
No, listen, it's going to be a lot different than the office life that you're used to, but I'll do my best to whip you into shape, because it's going to be definitely a change of pace for you, so just do your best to keep up. If you can, of course.
Well, I'm no stranger to hard work.
Seems we'll have to put that to the test sooner or later whenever we got to get food, but for right now, looks like we'll take your word for it.
Alright, and Kara has joined. Would you like her stats now?
Sure.
Okay, let me know whenever you are ready. Mason, if you're also
Kara,
tracking
last
these
name?
down. Smith.
Yeah, ready.
Cool.
Okay, Kara Smith, a survivor who was held up in a shopping center at the edge of Printon. She met up with the group after escaping a bandit attack. She's a businesswoman who had to deal with a strict work environment, and likewise, as a hard worker, likes to remain focused on the task at hand. Has a handgun and a metal pipe as weapons. Our stats are as follows: 9 strength.
Cool.
Mason, are you writing this down?
Yeah, I'm getting it done.
Okay. They just give me sort of some kind
Yeah, I
of
got you.
acknowledgements.
I'll
That
give
way
you
I
a
can move to
okay.
the next one. 14 dex,
All right.
12 constitution,
Uh-huh.
13 intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
11 wisdom,
Yep.
10 charisma.
Okay.
Cool.
And she has proficiency in investigation.
Cool.
All right.
And then I'm assuming she's at 100 health.
Yes, she is at 100 health.
Cool. And then you said a pipe and a handgun.
Yep.
What are her modifiers? So for 9, that -1.
The modifiers going from strength to charisma, I'm just going to shotgun through them. Okay?
Go for it.
-1,
Mhm.
+2,
Mhm.
+1,
Mhm.
+1, 0, 0.
All right.
And then +2 on investigation for proficiency,
Yes, sir.
since everyone is level 2.
Her initiative's -1, her armor class is 11.
Her initiative is +2,
What's initiative based on?
dex.
Dex, got it, okay.
She didn't even have anything that's -2.
I didn't say it was -2, I said it was -1.
Oh, I thought you said -2.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, and then her her AC is 11
AC 11. Initiative is
+2.
Cool. Handgun and pipe. Bet.
Yeah, initiate metal pipe sound effect.
Oink.
Okay, yeah, and so Kara has officially joined the group.
Cool.
Hey, is there anything else you sort of talked with her about?
Just kind of asking for more stuff about her, and if she has any questions about me, obviously I'll answer in kind, but just any type of, like, I guess, lore you can get on her, like, backstory or anything that we're able to get right now outside of it? I mean, like family in the city. Is she from the city? Is she things like that?
Yeah, so she tells you about how she's not really close with her family. She moved to the city only a couple of years ago because of her job. And so she was kind of just focused on that. And so, although she's been in the city for a couple of years, she's still a stranger to it, you could say.
Fair enough. I'm not from the city myself either, so I can definitely relate to you in that instance. But we'll do our best, figure out what we can, and do our best to keep everybody alive, right?
Yeah, well, we can certainly try.
Yeah, well, let me know if you need anything else. Again, camp's not large, so I'm sure you can find whatever it is you're looking for, but on the off chance you can't, don't be a stranger.
Yeah, and as some more time has passed, the sun begins moving further and further as sunset approaches quickly, as Clayton and Caleb begin moving back to camp. Clayton, if you want to shine on what you guys might be talking about on your walk back.
Dude, I think Skittles honestly might be the best gas station food. I just don't know why. I just always get them, especially like sour Skittles. Oh, dude, so good.
Give me a persuasion roll. Unless you're lying, then give me a deception.
Lying straight up about my my love for Skittles. Crazy.
Well, are you?
No, I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know what Clayton likes.
He definitely likes some Skittles.
Okay, then give me a persuasion roll.
Bop. An 8.
Yeah, and Caleb immediately disagrees. He's like, "Nah, you're whack for that one, man."
What do you think of beat sour Skittles? What do you think's better than sour Skittles?
All right, and
An
he
actual fucking food? I don't know.
yeah, and he
Hey, we're
begins-
talking about actual gas stations.
The guy worked at a gas station. He's gonna know what the fuck.
Yeah, and he begins naming
People are
off a
good.
bunch of stuff. Some that you've heard, some that you haven't. And he just sort of starts shotgunning down this giant list. As you
Man.
guys finally make your way up to camp.
Most of those you said I have not even heard of.
And we'll say Dexter is over here sort of picking through like the last little bit of the what was brought in from the crate.
Cool. I'm gonna say welcome back. Just a heads up, Kara is gonna be joining us. Caleb, I'm gonna extend the offer to you as well if you're wanting to kind of hold up here with the rest of us. I know it's not much, but it's better than being out on your own. As long as my compatriot here didn't scare you away, you're more than welcome to stay with us.
You know what? I'm not even gonna make a roll for that. It's just, yeah, he joins. He
Ooh.
seems very eager.
Are we taking the stats now, or are we finishing this dialogue?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give you guys the
Ooh.
the
Caleb what?
information. Caleb Parth, Parth.
Ooh.
A-R-T-H.
Right, Caleb Parth, a survivor who was held up in a shopping center at the edge of Prenton. He met up with the group when escaping a bandit attack. He's an average guy who seems to enjoy being around others. This might make him a bit too trusting and naive. Has a handgun and a bat.
Oop.
Hi.
Okay, the stats are as follows. 10 strength.
Yep.
Okay.
13 dex.
Hi.
Yeah.
13 constitution.
Okay.
Yeah.
9 intelligence.
Hi.
Yeah.
9 wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
13 charisma.
Hi.
And he has proficiency in persuasion.
All right.
Base, and you better be glad that I didn't make it be a roll off on persuasion. Andy.
He's saying
then it would have went. Then yeah, he would have convinced you that skills are actually ass.
They're actually not the best, and I'm just like,
You're just like, oh
really?
fuck.
Dude, you're kind of right. I do like painting. Just like, damn, okay.
So yeah, so Caleb has now officially joined the crew, as he seems to be pretty ecstatic about joining a new group and being around more people. And from your free time, Dexter, due to your silver tongue and warm reception of everyone, you receive a +1 to charisma.
Oh yeah.
And Clayton, due to showing off what you've learned and really reinforcing what you've learned from Dexter, you gain a +1 to wisdom.
Hell yeah.
For really trying at the survival techniques and really trying to put them to the test. Although it didn't go that well, you have learned from the experience.
Hey, Clayton, taking a look what you got there. Looks like you're short an arrow. What happened?
I missed.
You just didn't pick it up?
I missed. Okay, so I hit a deer, and it ran away.
Bullshit, Caleb. What happened?
Yeah, Caleb says, yeah, that's what happened.
You're telling me he hit a deer?
It wasn't a good shot. It was. I just hit it.
That's the part that's unbelievable. You're telling me you actually hit something.
All right. I mean, I guess we can always just make more. They're not exactly hard to come by, but hard to make. But we'll makeshift one. But whatever. All right.
I was gonna say Clayton make a persuasion roll, but I don't think it would matter.
Oh, did we get his AC and initiative? I don't know if I got that.
I don't give that
Initiative
to you guys.
plus-
You can just derive it from the
we make
information.
it on our own.
Oh, okay,
Initiative
got you.
is +2 and his AC is 12.
Cool.
AC is 11.
11? Why 11?
He has 13 Constitution.
Oh yeah, I forget. It doesn't. It's
Yeah,
off
it's
of
every
numbers.
2.
Whoops, my bad. 11.
Yeah, so it should be 11 and a +1. And yeah, you guys begin to rest
Yeah.
as the day comes to a close, and you awake the next morning. Okay, what do you do upon waking?
All right. I'm gonna go. Kind of walk around. Actually, no, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and sort through all our supplies and see what we got from there, and actually go through and look at it, because I saw that Clayton just kind of threw shit together. Although he's able to decipher the food and the medicine, he wasn't able to decipher the medicine. So I'm gonna go through and just organize that. If I can improve upon it.
Sure,
I
give
will
me a
do
medicine
that.
roll.
13.
Yeah, you are able to discern what most of it is. There's still a couple that you're questioning, but you are able to pick through most of it, as perhaps some of them were things that you would bring along for your survival trips as precautions.
Alright.
Maybe some of them you've just kind of knew about through other
Okay.
means. But yeah,
What I'll do
you can pick out most of
also
them.
then is I'll say, Kara, these ones right here, you seem like a smart enough lady. Any idea what these are? Obviously, I know it's medicine, but to what severity or what it would exactly be used for? You have any idea?
Have Kara make a medicine roll.
Not a fucking clue.
Yeah, she she says I'm no doctor. I couldn't tell you.
Is it even worth me asking Caleb? I'm asking Kara this.
Probably not.
All right, then we'll just go ahead and put that over here in the unknown pile. Okay.
Yeah, and while he's doing all of that, Clayton, how do you begin your day?
I'm just gonna go for a morning run, do it like a small bit of exercises.
Sure, give me a athletics
Uh,
roll.
Also, is it safe to say that we do not have extra walkie-talkies for them?
I'll say you have like a. I'll say that you have like a. You got like a 6-pack.
Okay, cool. So they had talkies. Cool. Then I'm,
Six-pack.
while he's on his run, I'm gonna tune both of them into the channel. to use
Clayton,
the
also
walkie-talkie.
give me a situation roll.
Okay, so
So,
first
so do a standard D20 and do a athletics roll for your
Okay,
run. Situation obviously for the situation, athletics for the run.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my athletics one first. 13.
And that +7 really carrying you.
Amen. And then go ahead and do a situational roll.
Yeah, you can tell he's excited for level 3, so that way that becomes a +8.
Honestly. And a 16.
Yeah, and so you go for a jog down one of the trails that has sort of been made. There aren't proper trails, it's more of just where people have passed, since this isn't like a proper like park or anything like that. This is just sort of an area out in the woods. But with your 16, as you get further and further away from camp, you do see something on the ground that catches your eye. Make a survival roll.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
So for a faint second, you thought that you had picked up the tracks of that deer again, somehow miraculously, but it turns out nah. It's probably nothing. It's probably just some weird markings in the ground.
Fuck.
It could be anything, really. And so
Yeah,
you
I
can
guess
you
it's
can
very
continue
odd.
your jog.
God.
Son of a gun.
Okay, back at camp, Dexter. You have
So,
just
like I
finished
said-
sorting through all the medicine.
I am gonna gather Caleb and Kara and just kind of get them in the same frequency for the walkie-talkie, so that way they can communicate with us too. And say, keep these on you. If anything like happens, obviously let us know and we'll help anybody out. We try to keep one on us at all times, so just do that and just keep us updated if you're going anywhere or doing anything that you may end up being in danger. If, like, let's say you're going out, let's say for a run, for example, and you come across, like, I don't know, like a strange symbol or something like that, and you might not know what it is, just radio back to us and we'll kind of see, maybe head on over there and try to help you out. But that really doesn't ever happen, so if something like that were to, just give us a call.
Right, and Kara then asked you what the maximum distance for them are.
Truth be told, I'm not so sure. We got them from the supply drop that you guys kind of saw the remnants of the other night, and we haven't really had a whole lot of chance to test it. I don't know if it says anywhere specifically on there, but we haven't had a whole lot of use out of them.
Give me a wisdom roll.
17.
And then you sort of an idea pops into your mind as you're talking about all this. That inside of the pickup truck that the bandits had, there was a radio system set up in there that seemed like it was for long distance. Perhaps setting that up around here, could allow for further reach from that specific one.
All right, yeah, I'll bring that up as an idea. Like, if you guys are up to go on a trip, if we want to head back over to that truck that we met at yesterday, it seemed like they had a radio system over there that we can use to kind of boost the range on these things, so that way we can have a better radius to be able to talk to each other if you guys want to go take a trip real quick. Also be a good way to get you guys the lay of the land, so that way you know how to get back to camp from town. This car's pretty close to town.
And yeah, they agree. Do you take both of them or just one?
I'll just take both of them. There's no point in leaving one of them here.
Okay, yeah, and so you guys begin to head back out to the truck. And along the way, you see Clayton as he's coming in from his jog. Clayton?
Where you guys off to?
We're just leaving camp. See you, nerd. No, I'm kidding. We're going to the truck. There was the radio that I saw and that we could probably use to bolster up and improve the radius on these walkie-talkies. How'd your run go?
It's all right. You guys mind if I tag along?
Yeah, more the merrier. Go right ahead.
Not like I got anything else to do.
Alright, you guys head back out to the truck. And as you approach, you can hear the radio in the truck going off. And you can hear it from a decent, not super far, but a decent distance.
We just can't pick up what it's saying.
Yeah, and as you approach, you do see a few zombies.
Okay.
Okay. You guys are currently not in any kind of initiative, and you're just out in
We're
the
not
back.
in stealth either, I assume.
You're not in stealth, but they also don't know you're there, so...
I guess
Okay.
we're just kind of
So you're in, like,
not
pseudo-stealth.
visible.
What I'm gonna go ahead and do then is it's kind of well, we definitely want to get the radio. So what I'm gonna do is kind of let everybody know I'm gonna try to take a shot at this zombie right here closest to the car. Then I'll try to sneak up and just get the radio out, so that way we don't have to get our hands too dirty here. Just kind of watch me and make sure that I don't get jumped or anything if I end up the zombies end up collapsing in on me. But I'll use my bow to shoot this one and try to.
Couldn't we
take it
get
out.
into a better position?
What
things do
better
go south?
position is there?
Well, I mean, if things do go south, we're all kind of just here together.
I mean, if you... I just have you guys out there. If you want to describe where you're going to
I'm
be
totally
during
fine
all
with
this.
being right here because I'm just gonna use the trees and everything.
Yeah, you just
and
creep up on
then
the tree
drop
line.
there.
If you want to tell me
Shoot
where
out.
you would specifically be,
I'll
you can.
probably go closer to like where Kara is, like somewhere over here.
Okay, then we'll say that you're sort of in between these two trees.
Caleb
Alright.
can just go with you guys. I'm just going up here solo. It was my idea to go get the thing, so I'll go do it. But again, I'm gonna take the shot at this zombie because I'm assuming it's facing the car because that's where the noise is coming from.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'm gonna take the bow shot at the zombie and just try to kill it so that way there's no zombies necessarily super close to it, so that way I can get in there and try to extract it.
Sure. Yeah. Give me the range.
14.
You just have flat decks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you
Uh,
want to use my... never mind, there's no stealth. I don't have anything like that. So yeah, no. Just flat.
Yeah. So you hit the zombie. It does seem to survive.
Okay.
Though it doesn't really seem to realize what's happened. Due to you being concealed and using a silent weapon. It just kind of got shot and doesn't really realize what's happening.
Then I will go to
And
load up
it'll
my
just
shot
kind
and
of
take it out
stumble
again.
over here.
Same thing. I'll go to just take it out because that's the closest one to the car.
Sure.
Same thing with the bow. 19.
Okay, and that kills it.
All right, then I will go in the car and try to get the radio.
Okay, before that, Clayton, are you doing anything or are you just waiting?
I'm just kind of chilling.
Okay. Then these zombies will get their movement in. Okay, so how... You're just sneaking up to the truck?
Yeah, sneaking up to get in there and just get the radio out.
Okay, give me a stealth roll. At advantage, because the... Well, actually, no, not at advantage, because you are going right up against the radio.
Yeah, that's fine. 11.
That passes. So yeah, you get in there and you begin disconnecting the radio system that's been set up inside of this truck, and you begin getting away with it. I assume you're just sneaking back.
Yep.
Okay, give me another stealth roll.
9.
Okay, as you get here, this zombie seems to have noticed you and will stumble towards you.
Fine, here. You didn't pay. Or you mean just like I just got out of the car?
Oh, there
Okay.
it is.
So you
Yeah,
got
so
out of the
cool.
car and started sneaking. You made it here before
Okay, cool.
it noticed you, and it stumbled towards you
Alright.
slightly, and now you're engaged, but only to this one zombie. The other ones don't know yet.
Okay. I'm just gonna signal to everybody, let's just go, and then I'll just dash out of here to escape.
Okay.
No point in sticking around. We got what we needed.
Yeah, and you guys easily make it back out to the campsite.
Sweet.
Okay, and you now have the radio set up. So it's basically a communication center inside of your tent now, where
Cool.
it can send out long distance messages. Your walkies still have the same range that they can send things, but they'll be able to pick up on things that are being sent out.
Cool. All right. All right. Well, now that we got this set up, does anybody have any messages that we think we should be sending out? Any distress calls, or do you think we should lay low for a while and just kind of listen?
Give me a situation roll. I don't care who does it, someone.
There you go. 3. Shitty.
That was not. That was. He didn't
Yeah,
mean to
so
do that.
So you haven't changed the frequency on it yet. And as you set it up and you get it working and everything, it's still on the frequency it was on, which was the bandits frequency, and you can hear that they seem to be sending out a message right now, where they're talking about moving all the loot that they got out of the shopping center out towards their main hideout.
Do we hear where the main hideout's at?
No, you do not.
They just say we're headed out to the main hideout.
They say we're taking it all back to base.
Understandable.
Seems they're getting away with all your guys' shit.
And you can see that Caleb kind of gets like an anxious look, and Kara looks kind of not pissed, but sort of slightly annoyed.
Was
Are
it
guys
just
wanting to
you
do
two
something
there?
about this?
Do what? I heard
Did
both
they
of
ever-
you.
Did they ever mention anybody about anybody else being in their group?
They
Yeah,
haven't.
they did. They had a whole bunch of other people. They told me that.
They
Not a whole
mentioned that
bunch,
there
but they
are
have.
people, but they haven't said anything about them. They've just said that there were people.
Okay.
You just said that their other group didn't make it. Well, not just said, but you said that whenever I was talking to Car.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I haven't said anything about the people. There just were
Oh.
people, and they were attacked by the bandits.
And they didn't make it.
Yeah.
So they're dead.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what
Well,
I'm
he-
saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They're dead.
They're presumably dead.
All right. Well, okay. If you have something to ask, Mason, go ahead.
Not gonna. That's all I was gonna ask, and you
Oh.
can continue with yours.
Okay. But you guys want to do something about that? Do you have stuff there that you can't really leave behind, or is it kind of just not necessarily water under the bridge, but it's not worth going up for? So we don't even know where this place is at unless you guys heard something as they were kind of giving you guys the boot to get out of that shopping center.
And while Caleb just kind of looks nervous about it, Kara says, well, it was a shopping center. It was full of food and supplies. But doesn't seem like that's the case anymore.
Yeah, I would agree. About how much food do we have, Austin? What would you say?
I would say with the supply crate, you could probably last. Now with the group of 4, maybe...
Days, weeks?
Maybe 2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks. Well, we got about 2 weeks worth of food. We can either try to double down and see if maybe we can figure out where they're at and try to swindle our way to get some of that stuff back, or we can kind of chill with what we got for right now and only go with what we need. Don't necessarily get too greedy. Whatever you guys are wanting to do. What do you think, Clayton?
I'm just gonna ask, kind of to both of them, is it worth it?
And
Would it be
Caleb
worth
still
the
doesn't
risk?
say anything. Akara says that there's probably enough food for a group this sized. It could probably last a couple months if you're able to get all of it out. Obviously, they had a much bigger group that was living there, so it wouldn't have lasted that long. But for you guys, assuming that the group doesn't expand and it just stays 4 people, it would last quite a while.
Caleb, you're being kind of quiet. What do you think? It's not like you to not be at a loss for words.
And he says, well, man, it's just so many bad things happen there, and I just hate for more things to go wrong.
So you want to leave it alone.
Yeah, so Caleb's basically in the camp of abandon it. Kara's in favor of reclaiming it.
So they're both. So it's basically up to me and Sean. Okay, gotcha.
Well,
So
that's everything is up to you guys. You're the players.
Kara,
I'm just giving you the
so
your companions' perspectives.
I got you.
let me ask you to this then, based on what you guys can remember from this group, about how many were there? How many should we be expecting at this base that they're talking about? Because if it's something to where it's going to be way outnumbered, which I imagine we will be since there's 4 of us, I don't want to risk anybody getting shot or anything like that if we don't need to, especially if we have food right now and we can go try to find food elsewhere.
And they kind of give you a rundown of the group that hit them, and they say it was maybe 10-ish people, some armed with guns, some with just, basic melee type weapons. They seemed somewhat organized, but not quite. Like, it seemed like they had a sort of good idea of what they were doing, but there wasn't really any, strong leadership or anything.
Okay, so we do have an ace in the hole in this situation. We can communicate with them, but we got to make sure that they don't know that it's us, which is where I think Caleb, your gift of gab, could come in handy here, to where we could potentially try to get information out of them without them even knowing that it's not a part of their group. If you think you're up to the task, if we can get more information, we can decide on what we want to do. So right now there's just so many unknowns.
Right, and Caleb seems open to the idea, as it doesn't really seem like there's any risk.
It's not like they can figure out where we are from it.
And so he seems open to the idea.
All right, what do you guys think?
Sure, what's the worst that could happen?
You die. That's the worst that can happen.
Well, why don't we give it a go? Worst thing they can do is tell us to go fuck ourselves, right?
Alright, and so Caleb steps up to the radio. If you want to give him any kind of direction.
He's got more experience with the bandits than we do. Is there anything that necessarily from his encounter that he could say that might be able to almost establish that he is with them and knows what is a part of the group? Because obviously they're coming from the shopping center. He could be like, okay, cool, we're about to leave the shopping center now. Can you send us the coordinates to the base? It's been a while, or something like that.
Have Caleb make a... Have him make a persuasion roll.
Okay. Here's what he's got.
I don't care who makes the rolls for the NPCs.
got it
I don't-
right here.
Too.
A fucking 8.
Yeah, so he gets on there and asks for the coordinates, and the guy on the other line says, "What do you mean? You should already know all that."
Okay. Just be like, I've been a little preoccupied with this whole shopping center ordeal. It's kind of slipped my mind. I've been focused on getting everything for the group. I'd appreciate if you could just give me the
I'd
coordinates
appreciate if
that
you
I
could get
need."
off my back about it.
Yeah, like, well, it's not exactly. We haven't exactly been there a long time. I don't have it committed to memory just yet. I'm assuming another persuasion roll.
Yeah, give me another persuasion.
9. Jesus Christ.
And the man begins to give you a vague area, and he said if you can't figure it out from there, forget about it. And he gives the coordinates of the an area in the industrial district out in the like southern sort of area of the city.
Does Caleb or Clayton recognize it? Because me and Kara are not from the city. Based off the description.
I'll say Caleb probably doesn't, because he's not really. He stays away from the city. Clayton, make a wisdom roll.
Come on, Clayton.
17,
W.
baby.
W.
Damn, did that +1 put you up to 18?
It put me up to 19, actually.
Damn.
I was already in 18.
Yeah, so you do recognize the area, and you actually are able to sort of pinpoint a couple locations that would be most likely. And the area that you find to be the most likely would be a storage area. Basically this big warehouse out there in that area that sort of has a fenced area around it that they're likely using to keep out the zombies. And you imagine that's probably the place that they're talking about.
Okay.
And so, is it just like we have a high, like this is most likely the place? Do we want to risk it?
We know a
Guess you
general
investigate it.
location. So, Clayton, you know the general area, right? And you have a few spots where you think it might be, but you don't know for sure, correct?
Yeah,
But you can make an
I think
educated
sounds good
guess.
enough. Yeah.
What we're going to need now is more information. If we're going to do this, we need to figure out and pinpoint exactly what space it is and figure out a plan of action on what we're going to do if we're going to go in there and steal some supplies from them. So, I'd recommend if we are going to go about this, we need to develop probably just a team of 2 to head out there and go figure out what necessarily is going on over there. I'm obviously not very familiar with the city. Clayton, you are kind of the only one. Who do you want to bring? If you want to go. I mean, I could try to go out there on my own, but I can't say I can navigate a forest, not necessarily a city, so.
The concrete jungle.
I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy. I kind of have a little bit more trust with you. No offense to y'all too.
Okay. I'm more than happy to go. Do we want to just keep it team of 2, or do you think we need more? You know the city more than I do.
I think Caleb would be a nice addition. I mean,
I was about to say, I love the idea of like you invite these 2 people in. They've been here for barely a day, and you're immediately
everyone's
like,
"Yeah,
you
stay
know
here by
what?
themselves."
You guys stay here with the supply crate that we got from these guys, and all of our radio equipment, and all this other stuff, all of our medicine and food, and we're gonna go see about dealing with these bandits ourselves. Whatever. Only 10 of the bandits went out and broke in and killed all of them.
Yeah,
I love the
I
idea
was
behind
trying
that.
to kind of allude without saying it, like, oh, like, who do you want to bring? I was trying to get you to not bring fucking me, so one of us
Oh,
could
that's why
be
I
here to-
rolled a
yeah.
1d3 to decide. I'm not on that point. I just wanted to make it a thing.
Okay, so-
But yeah, I honestly
Yeah, I
think,
figured that's what you were doing, Sean, is trying to get him to pick who he wanted to control.
Oh, like 1,000%. I think I want to bring Clayton, or not Clayton. my bad,
Yeah, you want to bring
Caleb.
Clayton? That's crazy.
No, I think Caleb's gonna be a good addition with us. You know,
Well-
he's got a little bit more city knowledge than you, and
Here's what I'm gonna go
Also,
ahead
if we
and
need
Okay,
do.
so
anybody
we
to
got
help
these
talk,
damn city boys.
the city boys.
Here's what I'm
Damn
gonna
city
recommend.
slickers.
Flattered as I am that you'd want to bring me, I'm gonna recommend just you and Caleb go because we did just have those zombies up by the road. If they do make their way up here, I'd rather not have Kara be up here on her own. I know she has a handgun, but I'd rather not have her fend for herself in a situation like that. Stay on radio, and if you need us to come down there, we'll do our best to navigate towards you. I mean, do we have a map? I'm assuming we have some kind of map of the city to be able to fucking find shit.
Sure, we'll say you have them out.
Cool. We'll do our best to navigate over there and offer any kind of assistance that we can, but I don't think it's wise just leaving one person here in case something does go down.
We'll say that you have a map of the area because you were planning on shooting footage out here.
Okay, cool. What do you think of that, Clayton? You and Caleb can go down there. I'll give you my bow so that way you don't have to use a handgun and risk getting caught. Just try not to break it or shoot Caleb with it. Maybe I'll give it to Caleb instead.
Yeah,
you
so
go.
I'm gonna hand it to Caleb. I'm gonna give it to Caleb. Yeah, bro, like shit.
All right, but
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
okay, cool. Me and Carl.
If you have
stay-
enough trust in them.
Yeah, I think I got trust in you to be able to handle whatever we got going out there. So make sure to take a breather and heal yourself if you need to. Maybe it'd be a good idea to bring some bandages just in case. As a matter of fact, here are some bandages that you should take with you.
I'm gonna take
Here
that
you
and
go.
One of the two handguns.
There you go.
Okay.
So both me, Caleb, have a handgun. How much rounds does Caleb have?
So for the handguns, we
We have 10. I know we have 10, but how much does Caleb have?
He's got a full mag of 8, and then he's got 1 spare.
So 16 in total.
Yes.
So you have 10 shots in your handgun, and then we have an extra 20 bullets. So if anything, I say take that and an extra clip. So you have 20 bullets total. So you have 10 in your gun, then you have 10 in reserve, and then I'll have 10 here and 10 in reserve.
Sure. Sounds good. So
Alright.
I'm gonna guess we just kind of plan out what we're doing, let them know on the map where we'll be at, so that we have an idea of where we're going and going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then
keep on
we're gonna-
radio.
We're gonna head out on our way.
While you guys are gone, I'll try to show Kara here how to kind of live off the land a little bit and hunt, kind of like how I showed you.
Okay, so we'll start with Team A, which will be the infiltration team.
Squad. Yes, sir.
Yeah, not quite big enough to be a squad, but yeah,
Ah,
the infiltration team.
Fine.
So okay, so you guys plan a route. Yeah, it's on the other side of the city, so how are you gonna get there?
It's probably gonna be because our vehicles are out of commission, right? Like they fully got stuck.
I mean, you could try to get it working.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
not
that's all
it's
it
not
was.
deadlined.
It's-
It just got
They got stuck, right?
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I believe it was just stuck. So you could try to free it.
Yeah, we'll try and free it first, so that way we're not having to walk across the entire city. And then also,
Okay,
if we
sure.
do get any resources, we have something to come back with.
Give me a athletics roll. I know you love those.
Oh yeah, dude, my +7, a 12. Son of a gun. Like, come on.
You barely get the truck out to where it's no longer stuck.
Is it good on gas? I want to make sure. 'Cause if I remember
Relatively.
correctly, we had extra gas.
I don't
this, can
I don't
I-
recall you having extra gas, but I recall it having a decent amount.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I guess we'll go ahead and just
If you guys have extra gas, you have extra gas. I don't recall that, but if you do, you do.
Sean, am I mistaken on that? I thought we
I-
get a jug.
I think you are. I don't have it down in any of the equipment.
Yeah, since we don't have it written down, we'll say no.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head that way.
I mean, if anything,
we're
just
just gonna-
siphon gas off of a car whenever.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So you guys
anything we're gonna attempt to
begin
decipher
making
that.
your way out there. So you're heading to the bandit hideout. Yes.
Our idea of where it's at, yeah.
Okay. So while you guys are driving, we'll cut back to defense team as you guys are currently you're showing her the ropes of living out in the forest. Give me a survival roll.
Nine. Dude, these are all such low rolls. This fucking
Yeah, I think you've
episode.
had like
What the hell?
2 good rolls so far.
dude. Oh my god.
I would say editor make a tally of how many good rolls you've had, but I'm the editor and I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, so you show her like the extreme basics. She seems to be a quick learner, but you're unsure of really what to start with. As because of your videos, you're already sort of used to like going into more advanced techniques, but you think she wouldn't really get those since she needs to learn the basics first, so you're not quite sure. So you just start with like the extreme basics, like navigation and that kind of stuff. Yeah, and you're kind of trying to explain that sort of stuff to her, like ways to find where you're going and landmarks and creating paths and that sort of thing.
One thing we'll do as well, I'm not gonna go like off like the campgrounds too far. I still want to stay close enough to be able to hear the radio in case the bandits say anything that I need to relay to the infiltration team, because if there's some sort of information that would either
Yeah, we'll say
help
that
them or
you're
screw
literally
them.
where you two are. You're just sitting on like this fallen log, and you're just kind of like describing these things to her, and just kind of like using things that are extremely close to sort of point things out.
And around what time of day is it?
It's probably getting close to like maybe like 11 a.m.
I thought. Wait, was it
'Cause
yesterday that the sun set, or was that early?
That was yesterday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was day 5 that happened.
11 a.m. Like, okay, cool. So showing her all the basics and things like that. I'll just kind of see if there's anything else that she's kind of knows, or if she's completely in like the dark about it.
In terms of like survival stuff in the woods.
Yeah, like has she ever gone like camping? Does she know how to set up a tent? Does she know how to start a fire? I mean, I showed her like the basics and stuff like that. Is that all that I showed her, or what?
Yeah, that's really all that you kind of show her, and she
So, like,
does-
is that what I showed her? Like making a tent, doing a fire, like that kind of
if
basic,
that's what you want, sure.
Okay, cool. Just basic stuff like that then.
Yeah.
What I'll kind of do then is just kind of clean up everything around the camp right now, because obviously it looks probably.
You know,
still
have her
messy.
make a wisdom roll.
Okay. Her wisdom is 11, so she's flat. 9. Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, so
Single
she seems to relatively understand it. Maybe not understanding the finer points, but she seems to be taking to her study diligently.
digit. Okay, cool. Then other than that, what I'll basically do is say, well, we can just gather around some like firewood right now and stuff like that, because we're gonna need some later. And other than that, if I had the bow, I'd say we'd go try to hunt, but they had a little bit of a more pressing need. I could try to make one out of stuff, but I don't actually no, we don't have enough stuff to even make it. We don't have like string and stuff, do we? No, we don't.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Then what I'll do is just clean up around the camp, get like firewood, basic stuff like that. And then just kind of, I guess, show her around the area so that way she knows kind of if she does get lost how to make her way back to it.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
not
so
a whole lot to do.
Yeah, you begin showing her like basically what you can while staying close to the tent.
Mm-hmm.
Then, so we cut back to team infiltration, team A. And who's driving, by the way? I assume you.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so you begin to make it to the industrial district.
All right.
And you make it down here.
Okay. So this is where we're assuming the base is at.
Yes, this is the assumed location.
Okay.
Okay, and as you pull up, you do notice that there are some trucks going into the place right now, as there's a guy at a gate that's sort of letting them in.
We're gonna stop before we even get close enough for them to see us.
Okay.
And probably get closer by foot. And so we're just kind of.
Sure. Give me a stealth roll.
For both of us.
Give me whoever has the lower stealth. Since obviously they would be the one to get caught if needed.
Okay.
Yeah, for group stealth rolls, just always give me whoever's the lowest.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you stumble and a guy begins shouting and he begins pointing at you, and you see a truck begin leaving and head out in your direction, as you and Caleb duck behind a corner of a building and start running down an alleyway.
Okay.
I love dice.
Oh my god. So we're just zooming. We're just trying to get away.
Okay, are you going back to the truck, or are you just like trying to find a spot to hide?
Oh, I thought you said we ran down an alleyway, like.
Yeah, so basically you guys were approaching on foot, and then as soon as you got caught, you guys sort of like backpedaled and like found an alleyway to sort of dodge down, so that way they wouldn't be able to see you right then.
Is our truck hidden, or is it more in the broad? Like, do we
We'll
just kinda
say
park it inside,
we'll say you
or-
were smart enough to hide it down like
Okay.
yeah, you were able to hide it. They don't.
We're gonna try and get into a building, hide from it without trying to, get our vehicle discovered.
Sure, you duck into a nearby building. Give me another stealth roll.
Oh my god.
Give me a situation roll.
That's never a good sign, by the way.
11.
God.
Okay, and so you do manage to sort of budge your way through the a back door of a small building that's connected to this alleyway, and you are now in the sort of back room of this building. The lights are dim; you can't really see what's going on. You do see two zombies whenever the light pours in from you knocking the door open, though. Okay, you and Caleb are now in combat, so you don't need to roll for initiative, because zombies always go last. But, so, begin initiative.
Okay. Are both of them close enough for us to, like...
Yes, you guys are within you're, like, in the doorway of, like, a small back office area. So, yes, everyone's within melee range.
Okay, I'm just gonna instantly...
Knock his block off?
Nah, I'm not gonna do that yet. I should, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna instantly run up and try and attack one of them. Just give them a straight up punch to
Sure.
the head. Nothing too crazy.
And then Caleb whipped out the Glock.
uh,
A 22?
22.
Yeah, you kill it. And your extra attack has been initiated if you choose to use it.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna instantly look at the other one, and I'm gonna go same thing. I'm going to go for another attack on it. Just a regular punch to it. 11.
So yeah, sort of in like a rapid succession, you deck one zombie, knocking its jaw clean off and knocking it to the ground dead. You then run up to the other one and you get a clean blow to its chest, making it stumble back against the wall. But it is still alive. Caleb's move.
Well then Caleb's gonna come up and he's gonna use his bat, and he's just gonna go for a regular swing on it.
Sure.
A 9. Then.
That does hit. It is
Ooh.
still alive though.
Okay.
And the zombie will go in to swing at... We'll say at you because you're in fist range, whereas Caleb is in bat range. So
Understandable.
you're a bit closer. But you easily
hit.
move out of the way as it swipes towards you. Still sort of staggered from taking these blows. You easily move out of the way.
gonna retaliate. A 10.
Yeah, and that does actually manage to finish it off because of the weak strikes that it already hit. That does kill it.
Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of look around in this area while we're here. I mean, we're already here, might as well. But what we're really gonna focus on is if we're in the clear to kind of move on.
Okay, give me a perception roll.
Do you want me to do the highest or lowest?
Give me the highest.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay, so you do see that the truck is approaching, and it looks like they're checking the building next to the one that you're in right now. You look around the building you're in, it just seems like it's a laundromat. There's not really anything too much of use here.
Okay. I guess while they're distracted by looking inside of the other building, we're gonna try and sneak out and go back to the base area and sit there if we can see if we can finally.
To their base?
Their base, yeah.
Give me a stealth roll. At disadvantage because they are actively searching for you.
Go to the minus 1.
I can't wait to see this.
Oh my god!
You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. So, yeah, you walk outside, and right as you're getting outside and you're passing the back door of the other building, it opens up as a one of these bandits is opening up the door, and he looks right at the two of you. And he seems to almost immediately want to attack you. I'll give you a chance to do a reaction if you want to try something really quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and dodge out of the way and just knock him out. I'm going just for a knockout, not for a kill.
Okay, then roll initiative. We'll say that you two are together on initiative.
Based off my stats or his?
It will be split the difference between them. So, like, if you have a 2 and he has a 1, then it'll be a 1.
Oh, yeah, so basically, it evens out because his is a +1, mine's a -1. So.
Okay, yeah. So then,
we got a 12. We got a 12.
okay.
And a 3, so we do go first.
Yep, you guys are first.
Yeah, I'm just like I said, I'm just gonna go for a regular punch, starting as Clayton first, obviously.
Sure.
Try and just knock him out, and hope for the best, I guess. Oh shit!
Yeah, and you deck him right in the chest, and it seems to knock him to the ground. It seemed like he was about to call out to his friend, but it didn't manage to get it off as you get him right in the chest, knocking him straight onto the ground, onto his ass. And he seems to sort of like be laying there in pain for a second. Extra attack has initiated.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it off and go for full-on knockout.
Sure.
A 9.
Yeah, and so he begins sort of scurrying away on the ground as you try to go in for another hit, and he manages to slide away as you try to swing at him.
Okay. Then I'm gonna have my boy Caleb come in with his bat, and he's just gonna hit him upside the head. He's not going for a knockout. He's just hitting him. So. And a 5.
Yeah, it does not hit.
Damn. So I guess now it's his turn.
But as the guy's stumbling to get up to fight back, he just stumbles more and ends up onto the ground. And he still seems to be sort of recovering from the devastating blow you got right towards his like upper torso, and he seems unable to call out to his allies.
Run it back. 11.
This door does not hit.
Right.
This man's like scurrying on the ground,
2.
and
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
just cannot hit him. And he's just like,
Disadvantage.
he's just like, help me,
Like he's
and
struggling.
he just like can't do anything.
It's his turn. Both miss.
So he stands up and seems
13.
to have recovered, and he's not attacking. He just calls out to his allies.
Okay, so his buddies are coming. Okay, at
So
this point,
that was basically his recovery and calling his buddies. So there's
At
now
this
two
point-
more bandits that are now rushing from the other room.
At this point, I'm just going for full on kill him. At this point, he kind of screwed himself over. So I'm just going to try and just full on kill him. An 11. Son of a...
Still a miss.
My boys are struggling right now. Same thing. My boy Caleb's just gonna have
That's
to try
crazy.
and hit him with the bat.
Can't beat his 13.
There we go. At
with-
16. There we go.
and
Hits
he-
him upside the head of the bat.
Yeah, he hits him right across the face, knocking him to the ground dead,
There we go.
as he already had
Um,
suffered some pretty heavy damage from you.
So what we're gonna do after that is we're just gonna. They're coming from. Like, do we know where they're coming from?
Yeah, they're rushing back there right now. So it's now
Like,
their
from
turn.
inside.
They can make it to you.
Okay.
Because this is just a small store that they're running into the back room of. So this is
Gotcha.
an attack on you. What's your AC?
10.
Okay, take 14 damage.
I got you. So great.
The other one will be attacking Caleb. But he will move
Bruh.
out of the way.
At this point, I'm going to go for a my signature move, and I'm gonna go for an uppercut.
Okay.
On him.
Okay, do
Just 'cause,
melee
you know.
with +3.
So 8. Damn. A 24.
Yeah, you land a uppercut clean on him. If you want to describe the effects of this, this is a kill. If you want to describe,
It's a kill. Full on.
It,
Okay.
it's yeah, but it's a signature. So yeah, this is a kill. If you want to describe what your signature does and how you kill them.
So as I'm going for the uppercut, and it hits him right in the jaw, and it basically launches his neck back, breaking his neck. And as I'm doing it, I kind of am glancing over at Caleb, and I'm not really looking directly at him, but kind of like where he sees what I'm saying. But I just go, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!"
Okay, give me a performance roll. With signature boost. That's
with
on-
the
that's
+3?
that's only what a -2.
Yeah, that should be a -2.
Yeah, look at that.
Yes, sir.
And you say that, and he's like, "Holy shit!" And he's inspired, so he'll receive a +2 to his next attack.
Okay, and so he's instantly just gonna be like, "Hell yeah!" and go in with the bat and just go for a good old swing.
Sure.
Coming straight down. So he's going above head, going down to the dude. And he gets a 14.
Yeah, he hits the other guy in the side, and it does hit the guy, but it doesn't do doesn't do enough to knock
Alrighty.
him out or kill him.
Back to him. Oh, shit.
But as he goes in for the swing, Caleb dodges out of the way, and the guy falls onto the ground. The next attack against him will receive a +1. You know, it receives
So-
+2.
So this one, is Caleb no longer inspired?
Yeah, he only gets the inspiration once.
Okay. So he's gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let Caleb go first this time. But he's just gonna come back around with the bat and go for another swing. Gets a 9. Guess that misses.
Does not hit.
And seeing that he missed, I'm just gonna go and finish him off. Hey yo. But I'm just gonna start wailing on him. A 14.
Yeah, you
Another-
grab the guy's leg and you pull him closer and start wailing on him. But he does manage to sort of kick you away. It doesn't hurt you, but he does manage to push you off, and you did inflict a little damage, but not a lot.
I got you.
Okay, so he's going to take his turn recovering. He will get an attack off, but he will not get his modifiers.
An 11. Who's he going for?
That's on Caleb. Or actually, it's on you because you just grabbed him and tried wailing on him. So it's on you.
Oh,
it's a
you
10.
finished him off.
So
Yeah, and you did try finishing him off.
You were
Yeah,
wailing
we'll
on him
try.
until you tried.
You think
to
you would
finish
have?
him
You think
off.
it would have taken like a little bit easier on me? But okay.
Okay, so your AC is 10?
Yep.
Okay, take 2 damage.
Alright.
You're like, that was the numbers I wanted to hear.
No, honestly. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and. I'm gonna guess he just kicks me off, instantly hits me. I'm just gonna try and bash his head up against the wall.
We'll say for continuity,
15.
like, that is from the kick.
I got you. Then I'm gonna get back on top of him and just start slamming his head up against the ground.
Yeah, so you do that. You grab his hair and you
God.
slam him into the ground, and
Yo.
yeah, you
Maybe that
finish him
bad.
off on the ground. He's just
Yeah.
sprawled out across the ground.
While on top, grabbing his hair.
Yep.
Yeah,
Grabbing
not
his,
moving.
No, not his hair, his head. But you know.
No, you
whatever.
grab his hair.
You said his hair.
No, I definitely said his head, but okay.
Yeah, but I'm specifying. I'm getting more specific. You grab his hair
You're getting more
And-
kinky with it, okay?
and you finish him off on the ground, and he's now just sprawled out dead on the ground
With a smile on his
with,
face.
with a smile on his face and his tongue out.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, damn. His buddies are probably.
And
jealous,
Caleb's just like,
whatever.
what the fuck did I just watch?
This guy's getting a weird way to finish people off.
Okay, what's your move?
We're just gonna start off looting the bodies, seeing what we can get.
You just find basic melee type weapons.
Okay. Are they wearing any kind of uniform or basic clothes? Like,
Basic type clothes.
okay.
So the first guy was wearing just sort of like a tan t-shirt with some jeans. The second guy was wearing just like a green shirt with a black hoodie, again jeans. And the last guy was wearing cargo pants, like black cargo pants with a like a camo hoodie. So not anything like really connecting any of them.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hide their bodies in the building first.
Okay, yeah.
But then we're gonna go back to scouting, see what we can see. So we're
Okay,
just gonna push
give
up,
me
get to a
stealth
point where we
roll
can
at
scout.
disadvantage because they're on edge now.
So -1.
Yeah, you managed to stay in stealth, and they don't detect you. You guys managed to get to a good vantage point where you can sort of take a peek.
Hell yeah.
Give me a perception roll at highest modifier. Whoever has the highest.
Alright, I got you. A 10. Damn.
So yeah, you see that there's a couple sort of pickup trucks, jeeps, maybe about 6 in total, counting the one that came out to where you guys are. So there's 5 still within, and they all seem to have that marking on the side that was pointed
Okay.
out earlier. Yeah, and that's really all you're able to discern, other than there is still the guard at the gate, who the gate is closed now, and that man does have a rifle. Like an assault rifle, not like a hunting rifle. He has like an assault rifle type weapon. There
Okay,
seems to
at
be
this
another
moment-
man. There seems to be another man walking through the parking lot, and that man has a hunting rifle.
At this moment, I'm gonna go ahead and let Dexter and them know what's going on.
Okay.
So we're gonna call on the radio and see if they pick up.
Do you pick
So
up
just-
Dexter? We were
Yeah,
actually.
well,
I was
we-
waiting to see what you got. We were actually about to cut back to the camp.
Yeah.
So as you're finishing up teaching her sort of the basics, you do hear the radio going off.
All right. I'll see what's going on.
Okay, yeah, and so you begin talking on the radio.
Oh,
Dexter, come in. Dexter.
you don't have to do that every time. I'm the only one on this line. What's up?
I thought it sounded cool. It doesn't matter. We
Give
got
me
some
a
stuff that we can tell
persuasion
you. Which one?
You.
Me?
He's talking to you. He ain't talking to
Oh,
me.
dude, that's crazy. That's
He-
crazy.
He's like, oh no. It turns out it was indeed not cool.
Anyway,
Give me a wisdom
Uh,
roll. Or actually, give me an insight roll.
an
Clayton.
insight roll.
Yeah, give me an insight roll, which should just be wisdom, because I don't think you have anything in that.
That is just wisdom. Bet. A 17.
You are able to recognize that it was in fact not cool.
Oh, so it's not cool, and I'm like, damn. we'll
If you
fail
would
it.
have
That's
failed it,
fucked
then
up.
you would have gone on thinking that he was just Josh, and you were actually super cool. But you are able to recognize, damn, yeah, that was kind of lame.
Anyway, I'm just gonna start telling them about all the stuff that we're seeing.
Okay, tell 'em about it.
There are multiple vehicles here. At the front gate, there's only really one guy that's constantly we've seen there. We just saw another guy come up. One does appear to have an assault rifle, and there's probably about 7 vehicles that we're able to see.
Okay, remember, all we're doing right now is figuring out exactly where they're at and about how many they have. We're not expecting you to go in there and grab everything you can. So don't create too much of a ruckus, because we don't want them to know that we don't want them to know that we're onto them and we're trying to steal from them. So don't make too big a commotion. Once you feel like you got enough information, you can come back. But if you think you can take something, that's up to your own judgment. But that's not the point of this kind of mission that we got going.
Austin, at this time, can I look and see if there's any way for like us to kind of sneak in, like any kind of route that might be good for us to take if we kind of have a plan of
To approach on
going in
foot?
for attack? No. So like if, like, kind of like an idea to get inside if we're like, hey, like, I do see like an opening where we might. be
The
able to sneak
only
in.
way in that you can see would be the main entrance. Otherwise, you'd have to go up against the fence line, of which it's open. There's not anything against the fence, obviously. So,
So
you'd
we'd have to
be
do a
able to be
stealth roll
seen
and stuff.
pretty easily.
Okay, that's what I want to see.
It also might not be the worst idea if you do come across anybody that you have to take out. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, he's got to go
Alright,
back to
my bad.
making out with Kara.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. I completely lost my train of thought because I had to do something. If you do come across anybody that you have to take out, since we do have a car that has their like insignia on it, what we should do is potentially take. So probably not all in uniform, but we could take clothes or something like that from them and potentially do an infiltration from within in order to get some stuff. So that's something to keep an eye out on too, because we have something with their marking on it that we can use to our advantage.
Yeah, we actually killed 3 of their guys, and they kind of look just like us. They didn't really have anything.
They don't have anything on them that would help get them into that building.
No, they just seem like
Did you
normal
look?
people.
Did you check
Yeah,
their
we-
person to see if they had anything on them?
Yeah, we inspected their bodies and seen if there was anything of value.
I'm gonna do an insight check to see if he's fucking lying.
Okay.
Okay.
Mainly because I wasn't listening during that whole time and I have no idea if he actually checked them or not.
Okay, do insight at disadvantage because you're hearing him over the radio, so you're not able to pick out like verbal cues or like visual signs or anything like that. So do insight at disadvantage.
10.
You get the feeling he's probably not lying.
Alright, well,
You can't say
Just
for
keep your eyes
certain, but
peeled.
you feel confident that he's probably not lying.
let me talk to Caleb real quick, because he can hear me, right?
Yeah, he's right next to me.
Caleb, tell me the fucking truth. Did you check the body or not?
Yeah, we checked him. We checked him real
Don't
good.
fucking lie to me.
Do an intimidation roll.
You fucking lie to me, Caleb. I'll tell you that right now. 9.
A 9.
Yeah, he's pretty squeamish. He goes, yeah, we checked him. We checked him. There was nothing.
Alright. Do you guys need anything from us over here then? Do we need to make our way down, or is everything good for right now?
Well, it seems like the only way in is kind of through the front gate, but definitely don't think there's a balls to the walls kind of move that we can do.
Okay, like I said, the whole point of this is just to get information, see what else you can figure out. If the front door is the only way in, then the front door is the only way in. We'll have to make use of the car that has a logo on it. We noticed, like, the other cars that you saw, did they all have the same logo?
Yeah, I saw it on the ones that we actually were able to spot.
Okay, and numbers-wise, how many people do you think there are?
I'd say there's probably about 2 at the gate. Just took out 3, so I'd say there's probably about 10 plus.
10 plus. Okay, so that's probably not large enough for them to not realize that 3 people are missing. So if anything, I'd say just figure out whatever else you can in a short time to make your way back up to camp, because they're going to notice those people went missing, and then we'll have to go take a look at it another day to see what they've changed as far as defenses go. Because if it was a larger group, we might be able to infiltrate and then them not notice the 3 people there, but it doesn't seem like it's big enough for them to not notice 3 people going missing.
Hey, I got you. We'll see what we can do.
All right, see you.
Austin, can I go ahead and do another perception roll before we head out? there's anything else.
Sure. Yeah, we'll cut back over to you guys. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna do like we were saying, just gonna do one last look around. 21. Anything new we spotted?
Yeah, so you are able to sort of discern that through you start listening real well, and you can hear that it sounds like there's a lot of people inside. You have to listen really careful, but you can tell there's definitely a lot. Their numbers are probably pretty beefy. If you had to ballpark it based on what you can see, because you can see a couple of people coming in and out, a lot of them seem decently armed. Ballpark guess, there's probably 25 plus.
25 plus?
From what you can tell right now, there may be more that are either not here or that you just can't discern from the information here. There could be more, there could be less, but you believe that there's probably somewhere over 25 for sure.
Do I see any other vehicles, or just the ones that I saw?
Still just the one that was out there at the building that you were at, and the 6 that were inside. Make a situation roll.
10.
Okay, you do see another vehicle coming up. It seems to be like a larger SUV type vehicle. It does have that symbol carved into the side, and it approaches the gate to be let in.
Okay.
After a minute, the gate opens and the vehicle rolls inside. The gate closes behind it. And that is all the information you're able to learn.
Okay, I think at that moment, that's basically all we can really do without doing anything more risky. So I think this is our just point of, okay, let's get out of here.
Okay, yeah. So you guys head over to the truck, hop in it, and you begin to drive off back to camp.
On our way back, can we try and get more gas?
Yeah, we'll say it's implied that you guys are sort of siphoning gas as you go.
Okay.
And so we'll say that whenever you guys get back up to where you're parking the truck just off the road, following the path to camp, that it's at a full tank.
Okay.
Or at least
And
very close.
this time, do we make it to camp?
Yes. Well, you don't drive the truck up there, but you sort of hide it in an area where you're very close.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. Dexter, what's going on at camp while they're doing all this?
Same shit. I mean, did they let us know that they were on their way back?
Did they?
Yeah, we can just say that we're
That was more me.
on
implying.
our way back. Caleb
We're not.
took the radio. Caleb took the radio and was let them kind of know.
Okay, cool. While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna kind of go out and show Kara like setting traps and stuff like that to try to catch some stuff. So if we're not at the camp, that's where we are. Just radio us if you need anything. We'll have our walkies on us.
Right, and we'll say that because they're getting a lot closer, that they're within standard walkie distance. So
Do you want me to make a survival roll to teach her like the
yes,
trap?
I was about to say make a survival roll on teaching her about traps.
19.
19. Yes, you teach her the inner workings of the traps, and she seems to take to it extremely quickly.
Perfect.
And yeah,
But-
she seems to, yeah, you basically run her through it one time, and then she immediately goes through making a trap, setting it, preparing bait for it and everything. Yeah, she seems to be a natural.
Perfect. So then, yeah, what we'll do, we'll just set those kind of up along like the perimeter, kind of where we were seeing deer and stuff like that, trying to catch something. And then we
give
will.
update her stats to add a 1 to wisdom. So she should have 12 now, which will be a +1.
Cool.
Due to you passing multiple checks on teaching her. Because I believe that was
Cool.
the first one was rocky, the second one I believe was a good one. And then you taught her basics and you taught her up to that. So I'll give her a small bonus for that, since you have been pretty consistent about this.
Cool.
About really trying to hammer this away, similar to how Clayton got a bonus.
Awesome. Let's say perfect. Now we'll set up. We got these traps set up. Whenever Clayton and all them get back, I'll show you how to use the bow. I'm sure you already know your way around the handgun that you have. You probably have one for self-defense or something like that before all this stuff happened, right?
Yeah, it was hers.
Okay, cool. So then I'll show you how to use the bow. Have you ever used one before?
She says no.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll do whatever we can to kind of show you the ropes on it, and then we'll show you how to really hunt and do everything that we're supposed to be doing. So we'll head on back to camp.
Okay, and as you guys are finishing up with like all the traps and all that, you see that Caleb and Clayton have just arrived back at camp.
All right, you guys made it in one piece. Good job. What are we talking?
The
What are
One
we-
Piece?
What are we up
Oh.
against? It is real.
Like I said, I only really spotted 6 vehicles, but
6
I-
vehicles, but we don't know if they're all full.
I think I might have been wrong about the people.
How many do we think?
Probably close to double, maybe even triple of what I said.
Taking them head
Uh,
on is not an option. Not that
I
it's
think
poor.
that's going to be a little bit more trouble if we do that. A
So
lot of them
we-
seem like they're armed, so
So if we are going to do anything, we need to deceive them, or we need to lure them away from the base. Which, since we do have a way to communicate with them, we can do that. I have an idea, and I have a couple ideas. I want you guys, obviously you guys have been there and seen it, so I need you to let me know if it's possible.
Oh lord, Dexter has an idea.
Idea number 1. We capture one of the bandits, and what we do, we bring them back here, and we get them to send out a distress signal to try to lure as many of them away as they can. Again, we'll have to operate in small teams where it'd probably be both of you guys making your way back to the base. But if we can successfully lure them out of the base, that would leave you guys the opportunity to get in there potentially unseen and deal with much less numbers. That's option number 1. Option number 2, we all go in there, and with the marking on the truck, we try to essentially slip past their defenses. If they got more than double what you said before, probably not going to notice 3 people going missing or not answering. They'll probably just assume that they died scavenging or something like that, because they don't really seem the type to be too sentimental about their own. So if we can use that to our advantage and potentially get in there on our own, we can try to, I don't know, sabotage something in the base to where we can slip out undetected after we get what we need and then get back here, and all would be good. Does anybody else have any other ideas, or does anybody want to go with either of those 2 ideas?
I think honestly, option 2 would probably be the better one. Just because we
What
would
do you
have
mean?
more hands on deck and helping on the inside job.
That is true, but if that does go wrong, we are all shit out of luck in the base, or we're all right in front of them. Really kind of leaves no room for failure.
I think if we kind of set up a distraction, or at least try and do something to get a little bit more information from one of them. So
Maybe we
Maybe-
mix together option 1 and 2,
and that's yeah.
where we still sneak in, but we try to kidnap one of them to get him back to base, and I don't know, maybe have them radio that something's going on and that they need to come get help now. And if we can get as many of them out of the base as we can, then we go in there, swoop in, and try to be in and out as quick as possible without being seen. Or obviously use deception and then get in and out, try it without being, I guess, alarming them that we don't necessarily belong.
I think that sounds a lot better.
Okay. Well, I think what we do is we lay low for a little bit. We don't do anything right away because although I don't think that they're going to notice the 3 people that you guys took out, on the off chance that they do, I don't want to return whenever, they're on high alert. So I think we let it go for a couple days. Kind of let them get into like a false sense of security, and then that's whenever we strike. So if we want to, we can go check up on it a few times if we feel like it. But if we feel like we got enough info, we can kind of hold everything up around here, and then we'll go. What would today be awesome? Like day of the week? Do we know?
Well, it's day 6, and everything started on a Monday.
Okay,
it's-
cool.
Sunday.
What?
It's a Sunday.
Yeah. So
It'd be a Saturday.
yeah, I know.
Would it?
Yeah.
Mm,
So
Well, it started
why
on a Monday. There's 7 days in a week.
that is true.
So why don't we go ahead and go this Wednesday? Let's go and
It is
see what we can
Wednesday.
find. We'll go Wednesday.
So give it 3 days.
We think Wednesday night, or do we think Wednesday?
4 days.
Although nighttime will obviously help conceal in case we need to get out of there, it also makes it to where we can't see them as well. Daytime, we're spotted more easily, but so are they. So it's entirely up to whatever you guys want to do. I'm down for day or night.
I think it'd probably be best to move in at night, especially since our main objective would be trying to steal someone away.
Yeah, but we can also we'll do a scavenging run between them too. And if we run into a bandit, we'll try to take one with us. All right, I think we got a good plan.
Right, and as you guys sort of conclude this scouting mission, the day comes to a close. And the next day approaches. You guys will get a thing of free time to do some preparations.
I
I'm
know
gonna go
what
up to
I'm
my.
gonna do.
I'm gonna go up to my boy Caleb,
Sure.
and I'm gonna see if he wants to do some sparring.
Sure.
man.
Yeah, he'll still spar with you.
Seen you were kind of struggling with hitting those.
Also,
It's
since the day has transitioned, you've long rested, so you can restore any health that was lost.
full health. I'll
Full
go
health.
back. Okay.
Guess you and
Yeah.
Caleb are going sparring.
Yeah, we're just gonna go sparring.
Okay. Dexter?
Cool. Now what I'm gonna do is what I told Cara I was gonna do yesterday, and now that the bow and arrow is back, I'm saying, cool, let's go ahead and get you up to speed on how to make arrows and then how to use the bow and arrow so that way you can go hunting based off the traps that you set. So what we'll do, as we're doing that, we'll go and take a look at the traps that we got and see if there's anything that we might be able to find. I'll show you how to hunt.
Sure. So we'll start with that, with checking the traps. Go ahead and give me a situation roll. You know, give me a survival roll.
Okay.
I'll add your survival stat to it.
20.
Yeah, and as you begin to check all your traps, it seems very fruitful. You seem to have picked up plenty of small game along the way.
Perfect. There we go.
Okay, and
What
as
we'll
you guys
do-
are finishing up with that, and you are beginning to head back to drop those off, so that way you guys can then go out and practice crafting some arrows and practicing with them. we cut over to Clayton and his sparring match.
Keep your hands up.
Give me a athletics roll for both of you. So do one for you, then do one for him.
Turns out this guy's the next fucking prime Mike Tyson. Just rocks your shit.
Honestly.
Fucking
Honestly.
hilarious. He rolls a 20.
So I rolled an 18. And
It would be so funny. It would be so funny.
Plus 7
He
is
beat me.
insane.
He matched it.
Yeah, so you guys lock and you guys start wrestling. You guys lock arms and you're trying to make each other punch, but you just can't. You guys seem perfectly even. What he seems to lack in strength, he seems to be making up for with skill. As you're just trying to sort of take him down using raw strength, he seems to be able to sort of brace himself for it. And it seems like you guys are in a deadlock.
So do you take him to dinner first, Mason,
Give
or
me a D give me a
what?
give me a D3. Choose high or low.
Oh, okay.
So right now, choose high or low. Do you want to be
low.
high or low?
Ooh,
What did you say you were, high or low?
I was low.
Okay, so basically I was saying because you have proficiency in that, you would get 2 as well as a 1 or a 3. You chose low, so you got the 1 and 2, so he wins.
Okay.
So yeah, he manages to sort of slip past you and take you down to the ground, and it seems as though he's won.
Okay.
And it seems as though you've both picked up a little bit. He seems to have learned a lot from your sparring match. No bonuses or anything like that. So if you were expecting that, don't.
I got you.
But you both seem to have learned a bit. And,
Yeah, I was just
seem to
I
have
was just kinda
enjoyed your
teaching
time.
him up teaching him up on like different boxing moves, stuff like that. Obviously, us just sparring, but also kind of give him some pointers and tips and stuff like that.
Sure. Okay, so then back with the with our marksman over here. Yeah, you're teaching her. Go ahead and give me a survival roll for about you teaching her about the bow.
11.
You teach her the fundamentals of like making the arrows, but the finer details you're sort of not describing in the best of ways. Give me a wisdom roll for her to see if she can comprehend it, though. She needs an 8 or an higher, just for reference.
15.
So even though you kind of give questionable information, she does seem to put 2 and 2 together.
Oh.
And yeah, you guys begin practicing. Give me a dex roll for your shot, for your practice shot.
13.
13. Give me a roll. Give me a dex roll from her for her practice shot.
8.
Okay, so with your 13, you hit the target. You're towards the edge, but not on the edge. You know what I mean?
Just inside of it.
Yeah, you're a little bit inside, but
Alright.
you're not near the center or anything like that. And then she just barely misses the target. And
No
her
problem. It's
arrow
your
goes
first
off
time
to the side.
shooting it. Just go again.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll for both of you.
13.
Okay. Yeah, again, you hit relatively within the same zone. And she
7.
misses a little bit more this time.
Third time's the charm.
Okay, this will be the final round.
17.
Yeah, this time you hit it. You're so close to a perfect shot. You're so close to the bullseye.
1.
And then she seems to struggle with drawing it back this time. It seems as though she might have become a bit frustrated from missing her 2 shots.
Don't beat yourself up about it. It's all right. It's your first time shooting with a bow and arrow. I'm sure you did better than Clayton did. He accidentally shot a deer. I know damn well he didn't mean to hit that thing, so you're fine. Don't worry about it.
And yeah, as you roast Clayton, you guys begin to sort of let the days flow by. So that's Monday, Tuesday, and you arrive at Wednesday, the prophesized day,
Mm-hmm.
the day of the great heist. And the day begins.
Cool.
And that will be where we end the session.
God fucking damn it.
I knew it was gonna happen.
I always figure it is, but it still pisses me off. every
You
fucking
always
time.
figure it is, Sean, but you hope it's not.
Yeah, it pisses me off.
I could tell you were expecting it whenever they got back, but then we had free time.
Yeah.
I figured. How long have we been going? Probably like 2.5 hours.
A little over 2 hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think we're at like 2:10. But regardless, the session's over, but we are not. There is still an after party.
Yes, sir.
Very enthusiastic.
Yes, sir.
Shadows creeping through the night.